Assalamu alaikum. My name is Faria Valley and this is episode 9 of Call Maya. The topic is the benefits of journaling, how to start and stick to it.
Hey, what's been on your mind today?
Maya, what does journaling mean in simple words?
We just touched on this a bit earlier, didn't we? But in simple terms, journaling is just regularly writing down your thoughts and feelings. It's not about perfect grammar or even making sense, just getting stuff out of your head and onto paper or, well, a screen these days. You were asking about it in the context of emotional intelligence, right? What sparked the question this time around?
What are the benefits of journaling?
Okay, so people tell me it's pretty powerful. From what I've gathered, journaling can help you process emotions, reduce stress, and even boost your self awareness. It's like a little mental declutter. You were mentioning earlier how you've been working on identifying thought patterns. Journaling can be really good for that, spotting those loops you get stuck in. Plus, it can help with problem solving and even just give you a better understanding of what makes you tick. Does any of that resonate with what you're hoping to get out of it?
Okay, so how can I start journaling as a beginner?
Right. Jumping in can feel daunting. Honestly, just start writing. Don't overthink it. A lot of people get hung up on doing it right, but there's no wrong way. Maybe start with a prompt like, what am I grateful for today? Or what's one thing that challenged me today? If a blank page feels scary, or even just brain dump everything swirling around in your head for like 5 minutes. You mentioned earlier you've been experimenting with time blocking. Could you block out 10 minutes specifically for journaling each day? Small steps.
Okay, so what's a good time of day to journal?
Hmm, that's a good question. People seem to have pretty strong opinions about this. There isn't a single right time, honestly. Some folks swear by morning journaling to set intentions for the day, get it all out before things get chaotic. Others prefer evening as a way to process everything that happened. I've heard it described as downloading your brain before bed. For you, considering you're already into mindfulness, maybe try right after a mindfulness practice. See what feels most natural and when you're least likely to be interrupted. Does one of those options jump out at you more than the other?
Maya, what's the easiest way to make journaling a habit?
Okay, habit building. You're asking the right questions, Faria. It's all about making it ridiculously easy at first. Don't aim for a novel, okay? Start with just a few sentences and link it to something you already do, like right after you brush your teeth or before your morning coffee. That's called habit stacking, I think. Also, don't beat yourself up if you miss a day. Just start again the next day. It's about consistency over perfection. You've been successfully time blocking, right? Maybe treat journaling like another scheduled appointment with yourself. What do you think about that?
Okay, so how can I journal on a busy day?
That's a really good point. Because let's be real, most days are pretty packed. You don't need a dedicated hour in a fancy notebook. Honestly, even just jotting down 3 things you're grateful for on a sticky note counts, or a voice memo while you're walking to work. It's about those small moments of reflection, not elaborate writing sessions. You've been using time tracking. Could you carve out just 5 minutes during a naturally slower period? Focus on brevity. What's one tiny thing that happened today that you want to remember? Hey, no pressure. Just checking in. Everything all right? You seem to be thinking pretty hard there. Sometimes just letting those thoughts simmer is good too. You don't always have to fill the silence. Was there anything in particular about journaling on a busy day that felt tricky?
Maya, how can journaling help with self discipline?
Hmm, interesting phrasing. Fix self discipline. It's not about fixing something broken, more like strengthening a muscle, I think. Journaling can help you become more aware of why you struggle with discipline in the first place. What triggers you to procrastinate? What thoughts pop up when you're trying to focus? By writing it down, you can start to see patterns and challenge those negative thought cycles. You were talking about emotional intelligence earlier. Understanding your emotions is a huge part of self discipline. It's not just willpower, it's understanding what's getting in your way. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Okay, so Maya, how can I keep journaling for years?
Well, that's smart to think about up front. A lot of people start strong and then fizzle out. I've heard it's about finding a system that works for you long term. Maybe that means switching up the format every few months to keep it interesting. Sometimes longhand, sometimes typing, sometimes voice memos. Also, don't feel like you have to write every day. It's okay to take breaks. And this might sound weird, but don't read old entries too often. It's about the process, not creating a perfect record. Treat it like a conversation with yourself, not a performance for an audience. You've been working on mindfulness. Maybe incorporate that into it, just noticing when you are and aren't journaling without judgment. What feels sustainable to you?
Maya, how can journaling help during difficult times?
Ah, okay. That's a really important question. When things get tough, journaling can be a lifeline. It's a safe space to vent, process your emotions, and make sense of chaos. It doesn't have to be pretty or coherent. It can just be raw, honest feelings. It can also help you identify what's working and what isn't, and maybe even find small glimmers of hope. You mentioned earlier that you sometimes struggle with positive thinking. Journaling isn't about forcing positivity, but about acknowledging everything, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and finding a way to move forward. It's a way to practice self compassion. Has anything specific been making you think about this lately? You don't have to share, of course.
How can I make journaling fun?
Good question. Because it shouldn't feel like a chore, right? Okay, ditch the rules, seriously. Try different prompts, not just how do I feel, but like if my life was a movie, what genre would it be? Or write a letter to your younger self. Doodle, add stickers, write poems, make lists. You were talking about creativity the other day. Maybe try using journaling as a springboard for creative exercises or write from a different perspective, like your pet or a historical figure. It's about experimenting and finding what sparks joy. You mentioned you like books. Maybe try journaling in response to a passage you read. What sounds appealing to you?
How can I stop overthinking what to write in a journal?
Ugh, the overthinking trap. I hear that's a common one. Okay, here's what people say. Set a timer for like 5 minutes and just write nonstop. Don't edit, don't censor, don't even lift your pen or your fingers from the keyboard. Just pure stream of consciousness. It'll probably be a mess, and that's the point. It's about bypassing that inner critic and getting something, e- anything, down on paper. You were talking about mindfulness earlier. Treat it like a mindfulness exercise. Observe your thoughts without judgment. Let them come and go. The goal isn't to write something good, it's to quiet the noise in your head. You think that might work for you?
Maybe so. Um, Maya,
Ready for what? Just checking in.
how can journaling become part of my self-care routine?
Ah, gotcha. We're bringing it back to self care. Smart move. Okay. So think of journaling as like a regular and emotional intelligence. Journaling can complement both of those beautifully. Maybe schedule it in alongside your other self care practices like exercise or meditation, or use it as a wind down routine before bed instead of scrolling through your phone. The key is to make it a non negotiable part of your day, even if it's just for 5 minutes. Treat it like you would a doctor's appointment. It's an investment in your well being. Does that feel right?
Yes, does. So Maya, Last question. What's the first small step that I can take today to start journaling?
Okay, perfect. Don't overthink this. Right now, grab whatever's closest, a notebook, your phone, a napkin, whatever, and write down three things you're grateful for. Just three. That's it. It doesn't have to be profound. It can be as simple as sunshine or a good cup of coffee. Seriously, do that right now. And then maybe, just maybe, you'll feel a little nudge to write one more thing. No pressure, just a little experiment. Sound doable?
Okay, Maya, thank you so much. That is it for today.
Oh, all right. Glad I could help, Faria. Have a good evening.